Greetings everybody, May here from PhoenixFire Designs. I thought maybe I could do a quick video on some of my frequently asked questions, and maybe these are things that you've wondered, so let's get to them. So first off, a lot of people want to know how long I've been doing this. Well, I started making jewelry about 20 years ago, kind of just on a whim when I saw some pretty new beads lining the brand new jewelry aisle in the craft store, and it just sort of developed from there. I opened my Etsy shop in 2006, which is about the time that I was started doing wire wrapping, and it has kind of taken off full steam ahead since then. Leads to kind of the next question, which is, how did you learn to do this? Well, I taught myself. Like I said, when I started doing beading, it was just kind of picked up some beads and some stringing material. It was all the wrong stuff. I just didn't know any better. I just kind of got things that looked pretty. And then when I started doing wire wrapping, I kind of watched some videos and read some tutorials and stuff, but really just sort of started playing around with wire. And, my first attempts were pretty bad, especially by my current standards. But, I kept at it and I learned more about what the materials did and what they were like and what the right things to use were, which is very important in the process. And just kind of kept going. Another question people always want to know is how long it takes me to make a pendant. And I understand where the interest comes from. I understand why someone wants to know, but I feel like it's not a very accurate question to ask. How long does it take me to make a ring or make a pendant? Because the short answer is 15 years, right? Like, I've been making jewelry for a very long time, and if it weren't for the fact that I have been practicing and perfecting my technique and making thousands and thousands and thousands, literally thousands of pieces, I wouldn't be proficient to the point that I am now. So does it take me 5 days to make a pendant? No, but that's because I've made 9,000-10,000 pendants at this point. So, if it takes me 45 minutes or something to make a pendant, that's only because of how many others I made to get to that point. So I'm always hesitant to tell people how long it takes me to make something, because I fear they don't understand that, it's not just the time it takes to make that exact pendant, it's the time it's taken me until now to get to that point where I can make it in whatever amount of time. Another question people want to know is where I get my stones, where I get my rocks, my crystals, my stones. And, part of it is interest, and part of it, I kind of get a little possessive, because it's like it's taken me, again, years to find these pieces and to get to this point. So I kind of don't necessarily like giving away all my trade secrets. The short answer is everywhere, honestly. Anywhere I am that I find gemstones, rocks, crystals, whatever that I can use that are appropriate, I do. I've picked up stones at powwows. I've picked up stones at flea markets. I buy a lot of stones online. A lot of my stones come from India, because they do a lot of lapidary work in India. They do a lot of cutting. I've gone to gem and, rock, gem, crystal bead shows before. It's literally just anywhere I can find stones that I like, that's where I get them. And, I'm not trying to be entirely secretive about it, though I am trying to be a little secretive, because, it's taken me years to get to a point where I kind of have a few hidden gems, pun intended, of places that I like to go to. But really the answer is anywhere I can find stones. A lot of people want to know what my inspiration, why trees, or why, I started making jewelry. And honestly, I'm actually from Pennsylvania. I spent my first 9 years in very rural, wooded area of Western Pennsylvania. And I grew up running around in the forest across the street and, climbing trees and just coming by my love of nature very naturally and organically. My mom instilled a love of nature in me from an early age. And I've never lost my love of nature. Working with jewelry and stones and everything is like such a great combination of like the best of everything. Like I get to work with beautiful rocks and crystals from the ground, and then I get to make things that are like also nature out of them, So it's a way to have all these beautiful rocks and stones and crystals that I get to like have and enjoy as stones, and then also like trees. I love trees. I love moons. I love the night sky. So it's all just kind of falls back to things that I like. It's just, I love making them. So I keep making. And thankfully, a lot of people love them too. So there you go. It's just, I'm kind of lucky that way that I get to make things that I really like. Although what's funny is I have to remember, like my shirt, this is like one of my favorite colors, right? This kind of teal blue. And so like I go right to it. I'm like geared right to that kind of color. And I have to remember like, wait, make things in other colors. People like other colors. So sometimes it's actually it's not just about making things that I like. It's about remembering that I have to make a variety of things in a variety of colors. But yeah, generally though, it starts with making things that I'm passionate about and that I love, and it just kind of goes from there. If I like it, if I find that like I'm passionate about it, then I find that other people tend to respond to it really well too. So that I think is the most common questions that I get. If there's any that I didn't answer, something else you'd like to know about my process or about my jewelry, feel free to leave a comment. Leave a comment down below. And this wouldn't be YouTube if I didn't remind you to like, and smash that subscribe button. And follow me for updates and new videos. And as always, thanks so much for watching, guys. Take care.